We'll start in 1 second. All right, everybody. Happy New Year. I hope everybody had a really wonderful time over the holidays. Um, and this is a new year that we get to set goals. We get to focus on whatever we want to focus on. Okay. The goal here is not just being successful. The goal here is not just winning trades. The goal here is not just becoming a profitable trader. The goal here is not to make millions and millions of dollars in the whole year. The goal here is to be consistent. And so I want to kind of give you guys a rundown of what would really help you in 2021. And then I want to go over uh some I want to go over what's going on with the Brexit um and the euro, and then we can go on from there. So first things first, is I want you guys this year to stick to your own strategies. Okay. I know some of us I see like to switch up strategies like instantly. We like to switch up strategies really quickly. We like to practice this strategy for a whole week and we don't give it enough time, especially when we start seeing losing trades. You know, whenever you are working on a strategy, give it at least 2 weeks to a month to see if that's the strategy that you want to stick with. Um, and I believe that's the reason why a lot of people lose is because people are always consistently switching up strategies. And worry about yourself when it comes to strategy. I think a lot of times we look at all these mentors and all these YouTube videos, and then we get caught up with all these videos. And then when it comes time to analyze the charts and look into the market, we get so confused because we have all these ideas in our head. And I think that's very important to digest what you want out of the market, okay? Not what they are getting out of the market. A lot of these mentors have a strategy because it works for them and that's what they believe about the market. But just because they believe what they believe about the market does not mean you need to develop the same strategy and do what they are doing, because remember, they may see things that you don't see no matter how much they teach you. And that's why I'm recommending you to stick with your strategy. I'm not recommending you to trade how I trade, okay? Because what I see is what I see. Um, I like to trade based off of what the market gives me, not based off of what I've seen back in 2007, okay? Or not what I seen back in 2018. Like I don't just be back testing like crazy, and then all of a sudden I say because the market is doing X, Y, Z, then ABC is going to happen. Nah, I trade based off what the market gives me. If the market is bullish and it's strong bullish, especially on the 4 hour daily, then I'm gonna stay bullish. If the market is bearish, especially on the 4 hour daily, then I'm gonna stay bearish. Okay, no matter what monthly time frame tells me, because that's my style of trading. Okay. Also, is I like you to pick a session, whether you love to trade New York session or whether you like to trade London session. Um, Stick with a session. Pick a session, because I see a lot of traders get mixed up in trying to do both sessions when they're very inexperienced. I can trade both sections because I know now that London and New York are traded by two different separate institutions. So they're not going to move the same way. They're both volatile, but they're not going to move the same way because they're both traded by different bank institutions. So you need to choose a session, learn that session, and stick with that session. If you trade both sessions, good. But remember, they're not traded by the same bank institution. So you need to come up with a way of understanding why New York session overlap reverses, why the London might why sometimes the London move might continue into New York session. These are the things that you need to have in your mind of what may happen when the session overlap takes place. So I'm telling you guys, like, do that, and I'm telling you, it's going to really, really, really help you in the long run. And be consistent. And when I mean be consistent, guys, I don't mean like trade every day. Being consistent doesn't mean trading every day. Because if you think that being profitable means be trading every day, you're wrong. Absolutely wrong. Um, when I mean be consistent, it means whatever you have planned, uh, whatever strategy you've planned for 2021, be consistent with that. Also, another thing is this: in order to be consistent, you have to understand that losing is going to be a part of your plan. You cannot win in Forex if you cannot accept your losses. You can't win in Forex if you can't learn how to lose. Now, some of you guys are thinking, oh, like, what you mean, losing big? What you mean, like, losing like money? No, I'm not saying that, because you can have a really good risk management. You can have a hundred trades. Um, you can have a whole trading catalog, and you can have 50 wins and 100 losses, and your wins will overlap your losses or be bigger than your losses because your risk management was really good. So when you lose small, but when you win big. Does that make sense? So always be consistent with your strategy and stick to it, because especially if you have a really good risk management, don't be going all over YouTube trying to figure out new strategies every 2 or 3 weeks. I'm telling you guys are slowing down the process of becoming a profitable trader and being consistent. Okay. A couple of things before we jump to the next thing is so we've already talked about learn to take losses. Um Pay attention to your entries. Okay. I think this is very crucial. If you are a swing trader, entries really don't really matter to you, because you can enter anywhere you want and have a big stop loss. Just being very honest. But I see a lot of traders in this chat. In my chat room, I see a lot of traders are scalpers. Okay. You have to pay attention to your entries. Don't enter the market based off of just simple support and resistance. Pay attention to what happens at support and resistance. Okay. And I can give you a clear example of that, but please pay close attention to when you're selling or buying the market. Remember, in order for you to win, somebody has to lose. Okay. In order for the bank institutions to win, somebody has to lose. Somebody's money has to be taken. And the last person's money that you want to be taking is yours. So definitely, for sure, pay attention to your entries. It's okay to have different strategies as far as entry methods, because I do. I don't have just one entry method. Okay. So I advise you to come up with 2 different price action strategies to enter the market. That will really help some of you guys this year um, become more profitable. By if X, Y, and Z don't work, then I'll figure out another way. And that's why you always want to pay attention to the pullbacks, because sometimes the market would go straight up. You guys will be in this buy. Like, you guys will be buying, and then the market would come right back down. You'd be a heavy drawdown. And sometimes it won't even go back up, it'll continue down and be stopped out. And that's why I don't like chasing breakouts. Now, for those who are like crazy going scalpers, I know people who are crazy scalpers who chase that breakout. And that's fine, because they are the type of people who are in and out, in and out. Now, do they lose a lot of money? Absolutely. But a lot of them win a lot of money as well, because they're in and out, in and out. I'm not that type of guy that's like in and out like that. I like to hold my trades like 50 plus pips, 50 at the max. And if I feel like I need to keep going, I'll leave it running. So really take note of what I'm saying. And please pick a couple pairs. Pick 2 or 3 pairs, because there's going to be a time that one of your pairs is not going to be moving, and then Your next pair might not be moving. Then the third pair really might be moving. Okay. The market is not always going to give you a volatile session. Sometimes the market is going to consolidate and it's not going to do what you want it to do every day. And remember, the market can do whatever it wants to do. Just because you have a strategy in place does not mean you're going to win all the time. Okay. So definitely pick out a couple pairs to master and stick with it. All right. So that's what I wanted to talk to you guys about um, partially today. And now I want to go over what's going on with the Brexit in the UK. Excuse me, the Brexit and the Euro. I'm saying the same thing. And so I've written this down somewhere. But anyways, the Brexit is now trying to do things on their own term without the euro, and that's even involved with financial services. So now euro is trying to do everything that they can to get involved still with the financial services because that Brexit is doing things without them now, and that this is including I can't find this somewhere. I just had this. Okay, yeah, this is including um, the free trade goods. Um, and now the free trade goods that they have will be on stricter terms as well, which means before trading actually takes place, they'll have to go through so many things that causes the process of trading these goods to slow down, which could be very, very, very bad on euro and businesses. Okay, it's a reason why. Let me pull this down. If you go to euro, I think euro GBP, that euro GBP has just fallen. It's gotten to this resistance up here and then just fallen. You know, I think this was yeah, December 20th. Now they made a deal in the 26th, but more than likely it doesn't matter. You know, if you want to talk about that as well, it's done it here as well. And the Euro GPP, I expect to probably continue down. Now, overall, monthly is up, so this could be a way of like the market has broken through support levels and now is heading on the way back up, or it could be on just it could just be retesting and just coming back to structure and then heading right back down. I mean, I'm not sure. I don't really trade this pair a lot, but if you do, that's what I see. So it was bad for euro, and it was really good for the Brexit. However, there's a lot of things that's going on with the Brexit as well. We don't know. They don't know if that deal was actually all the way beneficial for the Brexit. Overall, I believe it was good, which is the reason why I saw British pound like just fly. If you look at the monthly time frame or the weekly time frame, um, I could just stretch this out even more. You can see how many times the market will come up to test this area, as we call it, obvious level of resistance. Now, do I trade off of obvious levels of resistance? No, not all the time, because obviously you can see that the market would come up and tank. That'd be 1,000 pips come up and tank. Another like what, almost 2,000 pips come up and tank. 600 pips. I mean, the market would come up. It would do this up down thing. And if you're a swing trader, I mean, you would have made your profit. But in this area, I see the market was always continuously touching this area, which we call the obvious level of resistance, which means more than likely they are confirming retail sellers, people who are selling and selling and selling. So once it comes to a time where people are like, oh, it's going to come back up, touch this area, come back down. I mean, you can obviously see this bearish candle right here where they faked out a lot of retail sellers thinking it was a sell, and then they headed on the way back up and they stopped out everybody who was selling in this area and grabbed the liquidity. And that's where you do not want to be. And that's why I encourage traders to really pay attention to what is happening. Okay, pay attention to what's happening at these support and resistance. Okay, but I believe Brexit some of you guys want to know, and I said in the chat before that I believe Brexit is going to fly, and that's what it's doing. It's flying right now. If you got into that trade, you're up 300 pips. I didn't trade for Christmas. I realized that I was like just way too busy, way too focused on other things, and I did not necessarily want to trade and be distracted at the same time. I believe that this market might come up to here, which is 137, but ultimately, I really think uh, GU is going to 140. And GJ did the same thing. GJ went up. This was a level right here where the market was trapping retail sellers. Finally broke out, came back, retested, and you could have entered right there. But this is the area where, was that the area? I don't think that was the area. No. Yes. No. No, that is not the area I was looking at. Sorry, guys. But I mean, that's true of itself. It also retested. This is the area I was looking at. There you go. Yeah. This is the area right here where if you was trading in December, of course, if you was trading, excuse me, around Christmas time, this is the area right here. Okay. Well, I can go ahead and just mark it up. Let me just copy and paste this. Come on, this. Is the area level structure where the market was once again, trapping sellers to come down, and then it broke out of this trap zone. Don't enter yet. Wait for it to come back down and retest on this trend line, and then come right back up. You could have entered. You could have got you a really good 200 something plus pips. Market came right back down and did the same thing off of support, off the trend line, and headed right back up. Exactly what I believe was going to happen because of the Brexit is just like flying right now. Okay. Now I will cautious you trading and trying to buy Brexit right now just because of the simple fact as it's probably correcting right now. A lot of the Brexit pairs are probably correcting right now. For the ones that are buying, we do have meetings all day. It is NFP week. So I advise you. We have news Wednesday on a GBP. Oh, also, guys, don't. And this is what I'll say too. Don't worry about news as well. Like when you see your entry, enter the darn market. Like don't sit here and say, "Oh, I'm gonna wait until news do what it does," because what I see a lot of times is news actually would confirm the analysis that I have set in place, which means it will happen faster. And some people would just be waiting and waiting, oh, because this news happened, oh, they're gonna fake out tradings and a reversal is gonna happen. And then all of a sudden you see actually going in the direction you wanted to go. Okay. So I advise you don't pay attention. Like be aware that there's news coming. But if you see your setup, man, take it, man, because 9 times out of 10, if the market is continuing like GJ right now, like GU right now, the market is continuing. Okay, it's continue up. It's what? How do I know? It's creating higher highs, and higher lows. Okay, higher highs, higher lows. This market, the market is not doing this at all. GU is not doing that. For a while, GU has been doing this. And even if it comes down, it'll start doing this and then it'll come back up. So to me, that is a bullish trend. I'm gonna stay with the trend overall. If you don't stay with the trend, if you're a counteractive trend trader and you like to trade reversal, be careful. All right. 50% of the time, most people lose, and that's the reason why a lot of people lose their money because they're always trying to take reversal trading. I don't like reversal trading. I realize reversal trading only typically works 50 to 60% of the time. Probably, actually probably less now, like 40% of the time because the market just knows how people trade these days. And reversals just don't happen. When I say reversals happen, look, guys, when a reversal happens, this is not a reversal. That's not a reversal. Okay? This is not a reversal. That's not a reversal. Y'all thinking just because I had this, stop hunt to the high, second leg, oh, it's going all the way down and now it's going all the way back up. Look, this is a reversal. You see, why is a reversal? Because it's creating a new trend opposing from the counteractive trend. Okay. So this is the trend it created before, now it's going down. And this does not result off the 15-minute time frame. Okay. Get off of that. If you thinking reversals are going to happen like that all the time, it's not. And when they do, more than likely it'll come right back up. That's why I disagree with like now, if you're talking about short-term reversals, yes, this is a short-term reversal. Okay, there's a guy named Dylan who trades off of Forex, and I respect that dude, and he's dope. And I would say yes, off a 15-minute time frame, that is a short-term reversal. But if you're looking for an actual reversal, this is what we want to see. Just like GPP, we want to see this happen. Okay, and then we want it to create this gigantic M, keep going, keep going, and keep going, and keep going, and then comes right back down to this area, grabbing all the liquidity. Why? Because it's on a higher time frame. That is a true reversal. Okay. Um. So this is this is all I have, guys. I just wish you guys the best on 2021. Feel free to contact me. Look, I missed the trade on this one. Um. Actually, I was testing this I was testing this pair. I wasn't really wanting to buy just yet, just because it seems very slow right now. So I don't like to buy into pairs that are moving very slow. I like to see momentum, but obviously it was right. Um, and this is why I'm saying paying attention to the zones, guys. Like you see right here, definitely like the market kept tapping right here. I just keep telling you guys this: the market keeps tapping right here, keeps tapping right here. Okay, and anytime the market does something like this and it comes down and then comes back and then comes down and closes, I wait for that retest to touch and then can continue on down. Why? Because a lot of times when the market closes underneath structure, it's going to continue. Now you see a whole bunch of wick rejections right here, especially on the 4 hour. That is giving you confirmation that the market wants to go up, which you could have been up, 33 pips, which if you're a scalper, that was good for you. And then your take profit area be somewhere above here. Okay. So that's why I'm saying, like, pay attention to your zones. I'm not even gonna call them support and resistance. Pay attention to your zones and pay attention to what the candlesticks are giving you. Okay. I remember one time just earlier, I was like, man, I had this account like $25. I was like, oh, I can play around with this. I'm just gonna play around with it and I'm just gonna fool with it. And I just in 2 weeks I put $25 with just 0.02 lot size. I didn't even go big. I didn't go 0.3, 0.4, 0.5. I went just 0.02 lot size and I raised that bad boy in 2 weeks to $150. Okay. So you can do it. I'm telling you guys, you can do this. Make sure in 2021 you really focus on your own strategy. Okay. I mean, you can look at my strategy on YouTube, and if that's what you prefer to trade, then do it. That's totally fine. I'm not saying that you cannot, get ideas from me or anybody else. I'm just giving you the sauce, and I just want you guys to be successful. Lastly, also, this is what I want to put in you guys' ear. If you are not a full-time trader, please do not kill yourself trying to be full-time in the Forex market industry. Okay. I advise you to get a side job or focus on your job. And if you're making a lot of money, take what you are making, put some aside, and every month when you get to a specific amount, then you can put in the Forex market. Then you can start trading a lot more. Okay. And start trading off the like with a small account, and that way when you become consistent, then you can put more money into your trading account. That's why it's important. Don't rush this market is like college. It's always going to be here. Okay. Oh shoot, sorry about that. So that's why I want to get at you guys. Definitely hit me up for all my people in the group chat. If you want to hit me up. Go ahead and just like DM me if you need anything, any help, any advice, um, or just simply like just let me know like if you are struggling with like staying consistent. It's very important. Staying consistent is very important. That should be the goal of this year. All right, so stay consistent. And if you are new to this channel, please like and subscribe, share. And definitely, I'll put my email in the description so that you guys can get in contact with me if you need. All right. So y'all have a wonderful day, and I hope that was beneficial for you.